Guys, my name is Faraz, the founder of Property Mates, and we are back for the fifth episode of Behind the Mates, the Property Mates podcast. Today, we are speaking to Susan from Ware Co. Hey, Susan, how are you doing today?
I'm good, Faraz. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. All right. So, Susan, please tell us something about yourself, Ware Co, and what you guys do in general.
Okay, so basically, I'm actually from Hong Kong. I was born in Hong Kong, so I speak fluent Cantonese and English. Moved here and a few years ago and developed a passion for real estate. So with that, for myself and my family, I used to buy a lot of property, sell a lot of property, help people because, they didn't know how to navigate the system. So then I decided to move. I had a lot of different roles in admin work and high-profile jobs. Then I decided to move into real estate sales, where I sort of enjoy that mixed interaction with people and properties. Having said that, I then decided that, I think my passion for real estate actually was to help people buy real estate, because I found a lot of people struggling with their journey, especially first-home buyers. They didn't quite know where to go. They didn't know what the process is, and they just thought that it was a bit difficult sometimes dealing with real estate agents because they didn't quite know how to talk to them about property, how to negotiate. So I actually take the pressure off them. I actually do all the negotiation. I deal with the agents. I try and search for properties that suit their criteria. But it's not just first-time buyers. There's a lot of busy business couples, business people that don't have time to go looking at properties or to go and view properties. So I take the stress off that for them. I actually help them find properties that they want me to look for in a certain area. It's not necessarily New South Wales. It could be in Queensland, it could be in ACT. I have a lot of association and dealings with agents and mortgage brokers all over Australia. So basically, they can have their time back. They just tell me what they want, and I go looking for it for them. So that's basically what Ware Co do.
Wow, that's incredible, Susan. You got some very good experience, I must say. And your passion you're following. Good. And so, can you tell us how a buyer's agent like yourself can help people in their buying journey, whether it's like a first-time home buyers or like a seasonal investors?
Yeah, so what it is what I do initially is I have a chat with them on the phone. I try and get a feel for what they're after. Sometimes we do Zoom calls or face-to-face if they're close by and they want to meet me face-to-face. Basically, I've got to find out exactly what they're after. Do they want, is it a home, a family home? Is it an investment property? What's their budget? Have they got finance organized? Do they need help with that? Because obviously we've got a lot of contacts with different brokers and things like that. So basically from their criteria, I then sort of have a think about what I need to do to help them. And I start looking for them. And basically my search for them is, basically going to inspect properties. If the properties are interstate, I have other people that actually view it for me. And then I've got very good relationships. So we sort of understand what we're after and they understand what I'm looking for. So it sort of works really well in that respect. And, from there onwards, I would then narrow it down to what I think is suitable and matches the criteria for my clients. And then I go back to the clients. And, that process could take, couple of days, it could take a week. It just depends on what's on the market. But, the time factor that I save people is enormous, because people that are working or have children that are running, they don't have time to sit and trail through, because first they've got to trail through the internet, through all the .coms and sales. Then they've got to actually phone up and speak to the agents or email the agent. So basically what I do is I take that all away from them and I do it. I handle it, and then I just go back to them with basically a selection of 2 or 3 properties, and most of them I would have viewed somehow before I actually go and see them. Because there's no point in me telling someone, look, we've got 3 properties, come and have a look at them. And if I haven't seen them it's like, well, why did you show me this? It's really not exactly what we're looking for. So I try and save them that factor as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. And time is money these days, I must say. So if you're saving time of your customers, then that's the best thing. Yeah,
that's right. And also the negotiation as well, because I negotiate for them as well. Because I'm dealing with real estate agents, and I know how, having been a real estate sales agent before as well, I know how to deal with them. And I'm not, we sort of have a good relationship.
Yeah, that's right. And on behalf of our audience, I really want to ask you, what are your tips for people that are looking for buyer's agents to help them, just like yours?
Look, buyer's agents, they've been around for a long time in America. They've been around a long time in Australia as well, but not very well promoted, I guess, because, a buyer's agent, when a lot of people think, buyer's agent, we have to probably employ or engage a buyer's agent to help us. So therefore, obviously there's going to be a cost involved. I guess what the education for people is that, yes, there is that involvement, but then again, when you look at the time-saving factor and what the negotiation skills a buyer's agent can save them compared to if they do it themselves, because a first-home buyer will go and look at a property, and I had that experience recently with a first-home buyer who came to me and said, well, we're looking at this property and it's over 700,000. I said, well, for what you're looking for, it's actually it's not worth it. I wouldn't go ahead with it. And it came back on the market, and I said, look, it's back on the market. Did you want me to have a look for you again? I said, yeah, go and have a look, find out a bit more about it. So I basically found out a bit more about it and investigated it, and went back and said, look, it has reduced in price, but there's reasons to reduce in price, and it would not be in your best interest to pursue this property based on some of the facts that I've got. So we sort of try and find out what we can for them as a bit of protection for them, so that, had they gone and done it themselves, they would have gone full blast into it, not looking behind the scenes to think that there's issues with this one, we shouldn't really look for it,
Yeah.
So there's a lot of factors that we can sort of, especially if we deal with agents that we know, and we know the areas, they know the areas, and we knuckle out the pros and cons, like, is it good buying here? Is the location good? What's the benefit and what's not beneficial to them to buy? So there's noise factors, there's, all sorts of factors that some people, they see and they like, but they don't actually look behind the scenes. So we try and do that so that we know that if we buy for them, they're going to be happy, because we want happy customers.
Yeah, definitely. That was very insightful. Thank you, Susan. And my last part is to ask about your things. That do you have any special offers or special discounts for all of our users and audiences today on Property Mates?
Yeah, look. So what we do is, when they phone up and make an inquiry and they want to engage us, we can offer them a discount off our rates, which then is a real plus for them, because they're saving money there. And then when we negotiate for them, we try and save them money. In most cases, we can save them money on the negotiation process as well. So, and basically a lot of it will be on a case by case as well. And we sort of factor into them what their background is and what, whether they're first-time buyers, whether they're young. We try and help them that way.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Thanks for that. So that's what really insightful and really helpful as well for our audience. So if you want to get in touch with Susan and Ware Co, just click the link below and they can definitely help. And before we go, show some love for your favorite podcast by leaving us a like or follow on our social media accounts, and stay tuned next week. Thank you so much, Susan.
Thanks, Paris. Have a good day.
Thanks, yeah.